Hi everyone, this is Ram from Informatica Global Customer Supporting. So in this video, we'll see disadvantage of static cache in Lookup and working on dynamic Lookup cache in Power Center. So this is a most useful video where you can get a full idea on dynamic Lookup. So this is a part 3 video. It is a third video on the Lookup. Okay, so if you have not seen the previous videos, you can see my previous parts. And so in this, I'm going to talk about the demo. Directly, I will show you the demo. So in that demo only, I will cover all the points. So later on, then I will discuss what are the points that you need to remember. Let's start with a quick demo. Now I have a like if you see, so I have a table. So which is this is my source table. Okay. So now this is my target table. So in the source, I have five product ID, product and product quantity, five items I have, and I wanted to load into the target table. Now how I need to load my business scenario is okay. So this is my source table, and the target table is only my lookup table. So this is my target table if you see. So this is my lookup table only. So if the data is already present in the lookup, then I need to pass the product ID. Then I need to insert into the target table. Okay. So if the data is not present, that means if the particular PID is not present, then if the data is not present, then I need to insert. If the data is already present, then I just need to update. Okay. Let me show you the mapping, how we can develop. Now I have already developed this mapping. So this mapping, I just wanted to show you what is the disadvantage with the static caching. Okay. So in the previous video, we have seen how to create a lookup. So just need to go to transformation and create a lookup. So after creating lookup, now you can see the lookup port. So this is a product ID is a lookup port, and I'm just passing product ID from the source. Okay. So as my condition, so I just wanted to check the condition product ID. The lookup is equal to the product ID of the target. So if you see, I'm just using a target one. So products 2010 underscore TGT. So on the target table only, I'm just keeping. Okay. So first time, what is the condition? So first from the source, I am going to get one. And no, from the source, this is a source. I'm going to get one. And in the lookup, I don't have any records because initially in the target, we won't be having anything. So it will be null. Okay. So these two are not going to match. Okay. So then what happens? So if it is not going to match, as we know, then it will return a null value. So if you see, I am just capturing this PID of the lookup. So this is the lookup PID. I am just capturing. Okay. Now in the router, I just took two conditions, which is insert and update. If is null of lookup PID, that means if the lookup is returning null value, when it returns null value, if the record is not present in the target, then it returns null value. So if it is returning null value, then I just need to insert. Okay. So if it is not returning null value, that means if some value it is returning, I just need to update. Okay. So how we can update, as we know in the update strategy, in the previous video I talked about only update strategy. So if it is a 0, then it is an insert, and here if you see it is a 1, so that means it is going to if it is a 0, it is an insert, and 1 then update. So it is going to update. Now as I told, when you are using update strategy, there should be primary key for the target. So you can see primary key PID. Now let me run the session. Now we can see after running the session, so this is the target data. Okay, so you can see all the records from the source. This is the source, are got loaded into the target table. Okay, so that means how it happens. So as I told, like product ID first it is compared with one. So initially it is not present, so that's why it got loaded. So like this it got loaded. Okay, now this is completed in the first run. Now in the second run, consider maybe after 2 days or after 1 week, I am going to run. So I'm going to run the same mapping with another set of data. Let me show the data. Now you can see after 2 days, this is my source data. Okay. So you can see this is my source data. So already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is already present previously. Now I just inserted 6 pizza 60 and 7 boost 70. So and 7 boost, after some time I got 80 as well. And after some time I got 90 as well. So these four records I just loaded. Okay. Now if I rerun the session, then what should be the output? Then the output should be 6 pizza 60 should be loaded into the target table, and 7 boost 70 first it will load, and then 80 is already there, okay, with the same value. So it needs to updated 80 needs to get updated, and 90 needs to be get updated. So that means 6 pizza 60 and 7 boost 90. So these should be loaded into the target table. So previously we have this, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now lookup cache will get created with these 5 records, and then the remaining records it needs to load this record, and it needs to update until this 90. Now let me rerun the session. Now after rerunning the session, so this is the data. If you see, so this is the data 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is already present in the target, which is fine. Now 6 pija 60 is got inserted, which is absolutely fine. But if you see the seventh one, so 7 boost 70 got loaded. Now why this 7 boost 80? If 80 didn't get updated previously and 90, so that means I should see 7 boost 90 in the output. But what I am getting is 7 boost 70. So the disadvantage here is, so if you see here, 7 boost 70 will come into the lookup table, okay, when you are running for the second time, and as 70 is not there, as 7 is not there, it will directly load into the target table. Okay, so after that, it won't, like, the lookup cache won't get created until the session gets completed. Okay, so that, because we are using a static cache, so static cache main disadvantage is, so until this session gets completed, it won't rebuild the lookup cache from the target table, from the lookup table. So that's why it didn't get rebuild this 7. So these two as considered as a new values. So that's why you cannot, if these two are considered as a new value, then this is a primary key constant error. So you will get a primary key unique constant error you will get. So these two records didn't get loaded or didn't get updated. So that's a disadvantage, as the static lookup won't rebuild the lookup cache until the session run completed. So that's why when you are getting, so that means in the second run, when you are getting the same value for multiple times with the updated value, this updated value won't get inserted into the table. So that's a disadvantage. So that's why we'll move to the dynamic lookup cache. Now here we can see, so to lookup table, so session log, when you analyze, it will give you the information. Lookup table row count 5, because in the target table already 5 is there. So lookup cache will get created with 5 records, as I already told. Now if you see here, so it got 9 rows, it got read. And if you see here, so first row went to the bad file, the 7, okay, 7 and 80 quantity, because the 7 is trying to insert, so we got a primary key error, okay, unique constant error. So it will go to the bad file. And also the next one 90, so 7 boost 90, so 90 also 7 is a primary key, so it is getting a unique constant error. So my theory and practical is matching here. Now I'm going to take work with the dynamic lookup cache. So for the dynamic lookup cache, I have taken one more table. So the same set of records only. So another table I have just created, product 60, and here I am just taking one variable which is called flag. Okay, so this flag will help me if it is a first time record, then I will just pass one. Okay, so if it is a second time, I will just pass two. So based on this, I will calculate whether this is a duplicate record or whether the record is entering second time, whether I need to update or not. Okay, so this is my target table. So you can see, so I wanted to load, so based on the product ID of the source and product ID of the lookup table is a target table now again. So based on this, I just need to load the data into the target. Now let's create a mapping. Now let's create a dynamic lookup cache. So I have already imported product 60 and I have taken the target tables. Now you can see target will be having primary key, the same target table I have taken 2 times. Now first we need to create a lookup cache, lookup transformation. So as we know, now lookup table I am going to keep it on product 60 underscore TGT, which is a target table. So I'm going to choose that and done. Now we can see the ports which are present in that lookup table, we got it. Okay, now but I don't need all the product name is not required for me, product quantity is also not required. So in order to reduce the lookup cache, I'm just removing this. So product ID and flag is enough. Okay, now whenever I create, I will just, it will just create with a static cache. Okay, so now if you see here, dynamic lookup cache will get this, if we enable, the dynamic lookup cache will become, this lookup becomes dynamic lookup cache. So before that, if you see lookup policy of multiple match, as I already discussed this, use any value, these four. Now when I simply check this option, now we can see lookup policy of multiple match is going away, graded out. That means for dynamic lookup cache, you cannot use lookup policy of multiple match, and lookup condition also, it will be normal join condition only. You cannot simply specify any other condition. Okay, now insert, and you can see, so when I just uncheck this, so some of the properties are grayed out when you use, so we are getting some of the properties. Okay, so in this insert else update, update else insert, so these are the two main things. Insert else update in the sense, so insert the record into the cache if it is not present, else update the record in the cache. I will explain you that. Update else insert means update the record if it is found in the cache, else insert it. So these two are the one. Now first I am going to use this, I will explain you this property. Now I am going to use this, and coming to the ports, you can see after checking dynamic, we are getting new lookup row. Okay, so new lookup row is one port. So when you simply see this new lookup row, we can simply tell, okay, this is a dynamic lookup cache. Okay, now let me create. Okay, so the transformation is empty because lookup condition I didn't pass anything. Now from here I am going to pass product ID. I am going to pass a flag from the source. Okay, now I am going to condition. I am just giving, so lookup condition PID is equal to PID1. Then in the ports you can see associated expression for lookup updates. That means, so if you want to update, so as I already told, I am just using a flag variable in order to compare the lookup table and the source. So from the source, for the second time, if you are getting flag 2, and in the lookup if flag is 1, so if both are not equal, that means the record is getting updated value from the source, so we need to update. So in that way, flag, I am just using flag equal to flag 1. This is associated expression. Okay, now after this, I'm going to take a rotor transformation. Simply, you can create a rotor, and from here, so this is a lookup. Okay, now I'm going to pass this new lookup row to the rotor. Okay, so based on this new lookup row only, I will just provide to the target, and I'm just going to pass this flag value as well. Okay, lookup flag value, and from the source, I'm going to pass product ID, product name, product quantity, and flag. Okay, so I'm going to pass this. Now in the lookup transformation, so as this is a lookup flag, so I'm just keeping as lookup flag. Okay, and new lookup row, I just passed it. Now in the groups, I am going to take the same story. So I'm going to keep insert one group, and I am going to update. So here, what is the condition we need to take? So if you carefully observe, so new lookup row will be 1. So that means new lookup row, I am going to take it as 1. So whenever the new lookup row becomes 1, so that means I need to insert. So I will explain you this, why it is 1. And here, now let me take new lookup row as 2. Okay. So it will, if it is 2, then it is going to update it. Now you can see two output groups got created. Now let me create update strategy transformation here. Now pass from here, insert into the update strategy. Okay. Now update strategy, we don't require everything. So I just need product ID, product name, product quantity flag. So I'm going to use this only. And let me take one more update strategy. And I need only product ID, product name, product quantity of update. And here after creating, so it will be 1, which means insert. So I need to update here 1. I am just keeping. So here it will be 0 only, you can see. So 0 means, as I already told, dd insert. Okay, now these two I got it, and now I need to pass to the target. So I'm going to pass to target, and from here I'm going to pass to target. Okay, now let's see how it works. Okay, so first time, so from the source we have 5 records, so 5 records will come to the lookup, and in the lookup is working on the target table. So initially target table 0 records are there, so lookup row count will be 0. Okay, and now whenever it checks a condition, so 1 from the source we are going to get 1. So 1 equal to, so is 1 equal to null? No. So this is not equal. That means the condition, so product ID is not present. So what it will do, if it is not present, then you can see the associated expression flag. So flag also it is not present. So 1 is not equal to 1. So flag also it is not equal. So when it is not equal, that means, so then it will insert the record into the lookup cache. Okay. So first the record that comes 1, that will get inserted into the lookup cache. As it is inserted into the lookup cache, then new lookup row value will become 1. Okay. You just need to remember this. When it inserts into the lookup cache, new lookup row value will become 1. So from when the, so that new lookup row value will come into the rotor transformation. Okay, so here I am just checking the condition. When new lookup row is 1, that means we need to insert into the target table. Okay, now like this, for the first run it will get completed. Okay, now let me rerun the session. Let's see. Now we can see 5 records got loaded into the target. So this is a target table, and we can see 5 records. So how it got loaded? As I already told. So first nothing will be there. So it will be checked with the PID. So PID will be null in the lookup transformation. So when it is null, and it will check the flag value also. Flag value is also null. So when there is no record in the lookup, so we have defined insert else update property. Okay, so when it is insert else update, that means the record is not present, then insert into the lookup cache. So when it is inserted into the lookup cache, then the new lookup row value will become 1. So it will go to the rotor transformation, and we are going to check the condition in the rotor, and based on that we are just updating. Okay, now in the second run, so I'm going to add some of the records to the lookup to the source table, and let's see how it works. Now you can see this is my source table. So 5 records previously it was there, which is fine. And I am going to insert a new record. So as it is a new record, I am taking flag as 1. And 7 boost is also a new record for the first time. And the second time it needs to update 80. So that's why I have taken flag as 2. And the next time I am going to take flag as 3, 90. So our expected value is, so it needs to the 5 records will already in the target. Sixth record, this needs to be loaded, and the last updated record need to load it to the target. Okay, now let me go to the designer. So this is the target record. Okay, 5 records are there. Now carefully listen the logic how it is going to happen. Okay, now first from the source, 5 records, there are 9 records total, so 9 records will get. Okay, so 9 records in the sense first record will come. Okay, first record will come, and in the lookup table, lookup is a target table, there are 5 records in the lookup target table. Okay, so that means those 5 records will come into the lookup cache. Okay, so now in the lookup cache we have 5 records. Now first it will compare with lookup cache and the PID of the source. So PID of 1, so from the source we are going to get a PID 1 for the first time, and in the lookup we have 1. So 1 equal to 1. So that means the record is already present in the lookup cache. Then it will check the associated expression. So the associated expression of 1 and the lookup cache is also the same 1 only, because we are not updated. So when it is equal to 1 equal to 1, so then associated expression, so then new lookup row. So what is the value of the new lookup row? When flag is also equal, then it won't insert and it won't update, because that is what we are using. If you see here, lookup insert else update. That means if the record, insert the record if not found in cache, but we are founding in the cache, else update it. Okay, we are founding in the cache, and flag is also, flag is used for dynamic lookup cache. So flag is also equal. So we are not going to do anything. So that's why the new lookup row value will be 0. Okay, so when it is 0, it will come to the update strategy transformation. Here you can see it will come to the rotor. Sorry. So here you can see new lookup row is 1, 2. So the default new lookup row 0 will go to the default 1. That means here we are eliminating the duplicate records. Okay, so the first record won't get loaded, because anyways it is already in the target. So why to load again? Okay, so that is the logic. And the second time it will 2 will come, and the lookup cache is already having 2. Okay, so 2 equal to 2, and again it will come to the ports, and it will check the associated expression. Okay, so in the associated expression, so 2 is already there. Okay, so 2 is flag is also 2, then again it will return new lookup row, it will return as 0. Okay, so as it is 0, then it will go to the default condition. So like this 5 records will get completed. Now whenever from the source sixth record with inserted 6 pizza 60, so and flag as 1, when it comes to here, then it will check the condition PID. So in the lookup table, remember only 5 records are there, sixth record is not there. So 6 equal to, so the here null equal to 6, so which is false, that means the condition is failed. Next it will check the flag value. Now so as now null equal to so if you see null equal to 6, okay, that means the record is not present in the lookup cache. So when the record is not present, record is not present in the lookup cache, and also the flag value is also not equal. So when it is not present in lookup cache, what is the condition we have given? We have given a condition which is insert the record if not found in cache. Then the 6 will get inserted into the lookup cache. Okay, first it will insert in the lookup cache. So when it gets inserted, now new lookup row becomes value 1. So that will come to the rotor, and as we are seeing 1 value, so it will get inserted. Now the sixth record will get inserted. Now whenever seventh record comes from the source qualifier into the lookup, the same condition. So here null equal to, because seventh record is not in the target, so null equal to 7. Okay, so the record got failed. So when the record is not present in the lookup cache, we just need to insert into the lookup cache. Okay, so based on this property, insert else update. Okay, so it will, and the flag is also not equal, so it will get inserted. If it is inserted, then the lookup cache will become 1. So new lookup row value will become 1. So as it is 1, then it will load into the target. Okay, it will load into the target insert. Now this lookup here only we need to observe carefully. So after inserting 7, again the seventh record will come from the source, but the flag value will be different. Okay, so now as it is, we are using a dynamic lookup cache. This lookup cache will get updated automatically. So in the lookup cache now 7 will be already there. Now whenever 7 comes, 7 equal to 7, that means lookup is already present. Okay, so when it is present, then we need to update, and also it will check the flag value. Now flag value is also getting changed. Okay, let me show you that. Now this is what the record I am talking about. Okay, so 7 got loaded, and this 7, so till here it got loaded. Okay, now 7 also got updated in the lookup cache. Okay, now whenever 8th record, this 7th, this record with the 7 PID comes in from the source, then it will check with the lookup values. Okay, these are the lookup values previously. Now 7 equal to 7, that means the lookup value is already there. Okay, next it will check the associated expression, which is a flag value. Now 2 equal to 1, that means these two, there is an update in the flag. That means something is updated in the record. So then lookup will think, okay, so as it is updated, then due to insert else update property, it will update in the lookup cache. Okay, so first it will update as 7 boost 80. So then when it updates in the lookup cache, then new lookup row becomes 2. So when it updates in the lookup cache, then new lookup row becomes 2. So if when it is 2, it will come to the update, and then it will go into update strategy here. And here we have mentioned update 1. Okay, so update 1 in the sense it will update the record in the target. Okay, now again the seventh record, again 7 uh, 90. So the last record will come again PID. Okay, let me show you that. Now this record will come from the source, the last record. Okay, now previously as it's a dynamic cache, so all these values, so if you see, all these values will be in the lookup cache. Now whenever 7 boost 93 comes into the lookup, now lookup will check 7 is equal to 7, so it is already there. Okay, with the flag value 2, so 7 equal to 7, which is all record is already there. So if it is there, then next it will check the flag value. So here if you see 2 3, so that means lookup will think something is changed in the source record. So based on insert else update, what is the property? So if it is present, then update it. So as based on the flag is changed, so it will update. So it will update the lookup cache as 90 after updating. So when it is updated, the new lookup row becomes 2. So new lookup row becomes 2. Now as new lookup row becomes 2, that means I'm going to update in the target. Okay, so then it will go to the update strategy, and it will check the update strategy expression 1, and it will update in the target. So in this way it got updated, and this is the output finally that we got. Now let me show you the output. Now, yeah, I rerun the session. So now after rerunning, now we can see. So this is the, so first these are already present in the target table, and 6 pg 61. So this is from the source. It got inserted as it is. Okay, as flag equal to 1, right? So this is a new record. So it got inserted. Now where 7 boost 93. Okay, so why 93? As I already mentioned the theory. So how it works? First 7, first it will get inserted and dynamic lookup cache. So that's why it will update the cache file, and 80 it will update, and 90. So finally the 93 is a record that we get. This is about the dynamic lookup. So it will be somewhat difficult. If you can able to understand, it would be very better. And now you can see the points to remember. Okay, after selecting dynamic lookup cache option, then new lookup row port will be created, as we have already seen. Need to provide the port, which helps to check whether the port is changed or not. So uh, take flag as an port as an associated expression. So I took as a flag because the flag will tell whether the input record is changing or not. If it is 1, then it is coming as it is. If it is 2, that means some updation happens in the record. Now check insert else update or update else insert option. Otherwise, the lookup cache cannot perform dynamic insertion or updation into the lookup cache. So first it will end, as I told, first it will insert or update in the lookup cache, then it will insert or update in the target table. Now when checking insert else update, that means the incoming record PID, that means the primary key, whatever. Here in our case, that is a product ID, and lookup PID will be verified. And if it's not present, then So in the initial records, it won't present. Then it inserts into the lookup cache as it's inserted. So when it inserted, then lookup cache, then new lookup row value will become 1. So as we already seen, if it is a 1, then if the PID value is present in lookup, if it is becomes 1, then it will insert into the target table. If the PID value is present in the lookup cache, that means the second time, if it is already present, then the associated expression flag value will be verified. So as I already told, flag value will also be verified. If flag value is different, then the new incoming record will be updated. So as we know that flag value is different, that means there is some updated. So it will update in the lookup cache. As it's updated in lookup cache, then it will make new lookup row becomes 2. So based on this 2, it will update in the target table. If flag value is same, that means that means the incoming record is a duplicate value. Then it considers it as duplicate record and no insertion or updation lookup cache happened. So it won't insert anything in the lookup cache. If it won't insert, then new lookup row becomes 0. If it is 0, then in the rotor transformation, as we have seen, we are passing to the default group. Now, this is the one. New lookup row becomes 0 when no insertion or updation to lookup cache. Okay. Now, if it is 1, that means insertion happened in the lookup cache. So, as I already told, first insertion or updation or no insertion or updation will happen in the lookup cache only. Then it goes to the target. So, now it will return to when updation happens to lookup cache. Now, this is very important. Static can be used to relational and flat file both, but dynamic cache it only applies to the relational lookups only. And also static can be used to connected. So we are dealing with connected only right now. In the next video, I'll talk about unconnected and both connected and unconnected. But dynamic cache it will be applicable only for connected lookups. You can go through these documents, dynamic lookup cache and dynamic lookup cache updates. So you can give your feedback at supportvideos@informatica.com. Thank you for watching this video.